All right, I'd like to welcome you out to our game today between your Round Valley Elks and St. John's Redskins. Yes, playing. We travel 4 hours for a tournament, and we end up playing our neighbors to the north for the third game of this tournament. You too. Okay. Hey, Lily, I thought I had it. I don't know why I can't find it. I thought I had it, but I don't find it. I can't find it.
So, you're going to go to subscriptions. Go to Let's Go Elks. Epic tournament, right there.
Hey, we got it. Oh.
You got to wait for the ad to go off. It's not good. That is way blurry.
That was about the best I could find. You should have seen it before.
There you go.
All right, about 10 minutes away from our game here at Rose Moffett Park between your Elks and the Redskins of St. John's. Yeah, so any of you guys have friends and neighbors from St. John's that have kids or relatives on the team, tell them we'll be broadcasting on Let's Go Elks today if they want to tune in as well. We play St. John's again just next Wednesday. So we'll see them real soon. Tournament, both teams come in 1 win and 1 loss in the Epic tournament so far. If we win, we play at 4. If we lose, we play at 2. So 2 games in the heat of the day, no matter when we play. Everybody's got their blankets over the dugouts, trying to keep the sun off the girls a little bit better. Just a shout out to Wes McBride. If you happen to see him around, give him a shout, give him a thank you for letting us use this equipment and broadcast these games. As he sets them all up for us, so we can so we can broadcast to you from wherever we are in the state, it seems like. Next week we play at home against St. John's on Wednesday. Thursday home against Joe City. And Saturday we take the long drive to Tombstone to play against Tombstone. 3 games next week and then 4 the week after. As full swing here into league play. Don't look like so far we'll have any really cold games as in years past where we have games in the 40s and 30s sometimes. We won't have to shovel snow off the field next week anyway. If it's same as yesterday, we do have an hour and 30-minute time limit on these games. I would like to play a whole 7 against Horizon as we started hitting in the 4th and 5th inning. It'd been nice to go the whole 7 last night and see how that ended up going 7 as we lost 10-11 to Horizon Honors last night after being behind 8-1. We came back, actually took the lead at 10-8, and Horizon Honors came back with 3 in the bottom of the 5th to win it. As you can see, coaches are meeting now, so it should be underway soon.
What's up, Pirate? What's up?
Hopefully I'll get St. John's rosters too, so you guys, if any of you from St. John's listening, I'll have the names of the St. John's players. Make sure I'm able to say names from both teams.
Ryan, you can set that chair right here by, like, put yours closer and then that one by Sam so it's in the shade. What? Ask Holly where she's going.
I think that was, they came out. 2 more weeks. Nothing else to do with COVID control.
Did he prep that for you?
We hope 2 weeks. Yeah. So this is like a.
Oh, no. If you want to, like, Sam sideways, then that other chair can go here. Does that make sense? Chair you just brought in?
Looks like St. John's will be home team as they won the coin toss. Round Valley will be visitors. St. Jenny pitching for St. John's. Nelson behind the plate with Richard, Ellington, Acosta, Pulsifer around the infield with Martin, Sundahl, and Richardson in the outfield. Brand Finch, Penrod, and Walker to lead off around Valley. Thank you, boss. I'm good right now.
Here, Holly, I can take that. That was just so the chair wouldn't get hot, so you're
Pop that in the big red one. Look how hot it is. Get it up. Number 5.
Casey Synergy pitching for Round Valley. Brent Finch getting ready to step up to the plate.
2 more weeks. No, I have my appointment. Luckily, it's just a telephone. Tuesday. So this was just a surgical thing. So I meet with radiology on Tuesday. To get my radiation. She thinks
Round Valley comes in with a record of 7-2. St. John's 7-4-1.
I have to help you keep it. So I don't know scar tissue, so things for that.
First pitch on the way to Finch. He swings underneath the high ball. Oh, thank you. I was good, but thank you. Inside. Oh, called a strike. I'm on the inside corner, and that definitely missed inside, but he called that a strike. 0-2.
an orange.
Finch, a high fly down the first base line, going toward the fence, and
She caught it.
foul ball hits the ground.
Good hustle, Bella.
No, we just
0-2 remains the count to Finch. Line drive right up the middle for a base hit for Finch. Sundahl throws it back in. Finch on first. Penrod up. Kyler squares the bunt, pulls it back in time. Ball's in the dirt, so Finch goes to second. Penrod, a little flare behind first base. It's going. Oh, it falls in. Let's see, out at third.
Good job, Maisie!
They're disputing the call at third of out. Whatever happened, but either one out and Penrod on second, or no outs and runners on second and third. Right now, Finch is called out at third. Call stands at third. Brings up Walker with one out. Kelsey up, Carla on deck. Foul back. 0-1. Foul back. 0-2. Outside, 1-2 to Kelsey. Penrod at second. High fly. Catch underneath it and drops it. Foul ball. Walker gets a second chance. Ball outside. Two and two to count to Walker. Kelsey up. Ball three in the dirt. Kelsey able to work the count full. Walker sends one in the gap. That's going to be extra bait. Going to be a ground rule double as it bounces over the fence. Penrod will score 1-0. Carl up to bat with one out still. Ryan on deck. Lays off the high pitch, 1-0. Foul back, 1-1. Strike two. Pulled her head on that one. 1-2 to Carla. Walker still at second. Strike three. Swings underneath that one again. 2 outs. Brings up Ryan Harmeal. Down low in the dirt. Walker on the way to third and makes it safely as it throws off. High fly. Pitch underneath it and makes the catch for the third out. Round Valley scores 1. We had the bottom of the first, 1-0. Carl Ariola pitching, Taisley Newman catching, Autumn Webster at first, Kyler Penrod second, Kelsey Walker at short, Ruth Wiltbank at third, with Ryan Harmeal, Skylar Hebner, and Bryn Finch in the outfield to start off for the Elks on defense. First up to bat for St. John's is Acosta, and then Sundahl, and then Nelson to lead off the bottom of the first. First pitch to Acosta, bottom of the first. High, ball one from Carla. Down low, 2-0. Hit the third, off a third baseman. Throw by Walker, went off. Going to make it a second on the throw. So, error. I don't know if you call that one error or two errors. Went off Wiltbank's glove. Walker was able to get the ball in time to throw. Throw goes high over Autumn's head. Acosta's on second on the two errors by the Elks to start the game. Brings up Sundahl. Hit the first, but foul. Outside, ball one. Swing and strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sundahl. High fly, left, right field. Finch underneath it, makes the catch. Nice job running catch by Finch. Costa stays at first, that second, 1 out. Nelson up to bat.
Here we go, Belle. Let's go, Bella.
High fly, but foul. Change up, and there's strike two. High overhead. Over Taze's head. Acosta moves up to third on the wild pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Change up behind third, and it's going to hit foul. Another little fly. Walker underneath it for the out. On another change up. 2 outs. Costa at third. Casey Synergy up to bat.
Here we go, Casey.
High ball one. Shot into left field for a single. Acosta will score 1-1. Wild throw down to first as Walker tries to pick her off first. Throws it away. Casey on to second. 2 outs. Brings up Ellington.
Here we go, Jordan.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey.
Line shot to right. Right to Finch for the 3rd out of the inning. After 1-1 between St. John's and Round Valley.
She might just be clapping. This is more shit.
Autumn Webster lead us off here in the second with Ruth Wilfbank and Skylar Hebner. The first 3.
Let's go, Casey!
You're gonna actually think hey, I would invest in the first one.
Autumn Webster up to bat. Casey Synergy pitching for Round Valley. For St. John, sorry.
If I invest in it, I would get 50% of the profit. You go buy it all.
Like I said, if depends on the outcome of this game, we either play at 2 or 4, lose at 2, win at 4. Here at Rose Moffett. Strike 1 as Autumn way out in front of a changeup. Strike down the middle. Caught Autumn's looking on that one. 0-2. Shot into the gap over second base. Autumn on with the single. Down low, ball 1.
hear that Chuck Norris guy?
Ruth swings underneath that one.
Nice throw.
Throw down to first. Autumn back in time. 1-1 count to Ruth. Ruth smashes it past third base for another single. Autumn at third. Well, Autumn at second. Ruth at first. No outs. Skylar having her up to bat. And then Taisley Newman on deck. Foul back by Skylar.
I got a sweat rag and put some ice from the cooler in it.
High ball 1-1 count. Skids bunts. Looks like a good bunt. Goes to calls her safe at first. Bases loaded. Brings up Taisley Newman. No outs. Nice bunt by Skylar there. Inside and low. Ball one. Nice stop by the catcher, Richardson. Nelson. Tazy swings that one up out of the zone. 1-1. Little shot into left field for another single. 1 run will score. And, going back. So everybody's back to their bases as one comes in. Little single by Tazy there brings up Bren Finch. Bases loaded, still no outs for Round Valley.
What are you doing? Get your tater tot.
Hit the third. Throw home for a out. So first out at home. As it Finch hit at the third baseman. Pulsifer throws it home for the out, brings up Kyler Penrod. 1 out, bases loaded. Little bloop, it's going to fall in for a base hit. And it gets by third base, the left fielder. Two more will score. So 3 runs will score on the single and error by left fielder. 5-1. Walker up to bat with Penrod at second. 1 out. High, deep. Let's see if it's got enough. Yes, it does. Home run for Kelsey Walker as she sends 1 yard for a two-run home run. 7-1 after that smash by Kelsey. Carl up to bat. Base is empty now.
Let's go, Steve!
Carl up to bat, and then Ryan Harmeal on deck. Strike.
Nice, Casey.
Just above the knees. Across the center of the plate. 0-1. Strike 2, same spot. That was a strike. High out, high ball 1. Try to get Carla Chase after a rise ball. Carl hits a long but foul. Count remains 1-2. Down low in the dirt. 2-2. Outside, 3-2. Three to 2 Carla, 7-1 for Lady Elks. Here in the top of the second, 1 out. Swings underneath that one as Carla chases a high pitch. Strike 2. Chasing that rise ball. Ryan up to bat. Strike on the outside part of the plate.
Stacy, keep it right there!
Strike 2.
Nice, Casey.
As Ryan watches that one go by as well. Strike 3, knee-high fastball. That knee-high, that strike. So after 1.5, 7-1 for Round Valley. Ariola still pitching.
Here we go, Maisie.
Pulsifer, Richardson, and Richardson up to bat for St. John's as we start the bottom of the second. First pitch high. Foul back, 1-1. As Pulsifer chases the high one. High, 2-1. Strike 2, inside corner as Pulsifer swings through that pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. High, 3-2. Foul ball. As Pulsifer fouls off that changeup.
I had right stick.
Here we go, Maze. She's not.
Strike 3 as Pulsifer chases one about the knee high. 1 out with Richardson up to bat.
What?
Which Richardson is this? What is it? Havana. Havana Richardson. Change up low. Missed just a little short. Shot to second, and Penrod lays out for the catch as she dives towards second base for the catch. 2 quick outs. Brings up Richardson there. Next, other Richardson, Olivia. Olivia up to bat. Low, ball 1. Ball 2, low again. 2 outs. Olivia Richardson up to bat for St. John's. Down low again, 3-0. Down the middle, strike 1. See if Carter can come back here after being down 3-0. Foul ball, straight down, full count. Olivia Richardson batting. Little blooper to first, and safe. Beats out the Autumn went for the ball as well as Kyler. By the time that they would get the ball and get back to first base, Richardson beat him out. So 1 on, 2 outs. Martin up to bat.
Go, Kevin, you got this.
Bunt. Ruth with it, picks it up, flips it over to first for the out. So 1 hit, 1 left for St. John's after 2 complete, 7-1. They're right at the ones they're saying are low, they're right at the I'm just letting her know so she can tell so the girls don't complain that they're low. Webster and then Wilbank and Hebner up to bat as we head to the 3rd inning. First pitch to Webster on the way. Webster swings and fouls it back to the screen, just a titch underneath it. Down low in the dirt, 1-1. 1-1 the count to Autumn as we start the third. Strike. Across the outside part of the plate. 1-2. Hits it toward the hole. Stopped by third shortstop, but unable to get to it. Webster on with the single. As the throw to first was high as well, but it was a hit. Didn't get far enough away from the first baseman for Webster to advance, though. Wiltbank up to bat. Ruth down the third baseline, but foul. Casey Sinigini still pitching for St. John's. You have Nelson catching and Richardson at first. Second base is Ellington. Third base is Pulsiver. Costa at short with Martin, Richardson, and Sundahl in the outfield for St. John's. Inside, 1-1. Ruth, another foul ball down third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High fly, back over the screen. Autumn still at first. As she led off with a single to start the inning. High to right field. And caught, catch made out there. So 1 out. Webster remains at first. Foul tip by Hebner. Swings through another one down the middle. 0-2. Sanjuzzi comes with a rise ball right here when she's ahead in the count. Let's see if that's still the case. Yep, as Skylar swings underneath that rise ball. That's up out of the zone. 2 outs. Brings up Taisley Newman. Elks just gotta select their pitch. Don't take that high, rise ball that rises out of the zone. Keep it down low. Taisley fouls that one off, strike 1. Ball a little inside. 1-1. Tazy lines it right at third, right at left fielder though. Martin makes the catch out in left field. So Martin records 2 of the 3 outs that inning after 2.5, 7-1. I believe starting the third for St. John's will be at the top of the lineup with Acosta, Sondal, and Nelson batting. Remember, if the Elks win, we play at 4. If we lose, we play at 2. Here at Rose Moffett, including game of this tournament. And then Wednesday at home against St. John's again. Thursday at home against Joe City, and then Saturday in Tombstone.
Here we go, Gabby.
All right, Gabby, I got Costa up to bat for St. John's, leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning.
That's how you win.
High ball 1 to Acosta. High 2 and 0. Foul back. 2-1. Hit to Ruth at third. Ruth picks it up, fires it over to third. Autumn's up to get it for the first out. Costa short, slow grounder to third. Ruth strong throw to first for the out.
She just said her water thing.
Lucy Sundal up. A little high. Ball 1. Fly, deep center, skids back, and it bounces over for a stand-up double from Sandal.
That happened to me one year. Last year, they were during All-Stars.
All right, Sundal.
Here we go, Belle.
Sundal at second. Bell Nelson up. 7-1 the score for Lady Elks.
Oh, I think it
Change up just a little bit low. Drops in just a little low. Strike outside part of the plate. 1-1.
Right here, Bella. You're right. Face it. That's all we need.
Foul ball. Autumn chases it. Let's see if she can get to it. And drops it. Foul ball. Twist and turn and unable to keep it in her glove. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nelson. Change up the middle. Picked up by Walker. Throw to first for the out. Sorry, not the Walker to Webster for the second. Acosta moves to third. 2 outs, 1 on. Brings up Casey Sinigini. Strike 1 as Casey sings through that pitch by Carla. Outside and high, 1-1. Strike 2. Knee-high pitch cross for Ariola as Casey swings over the top of that one. 1 on. Costa on third. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sinigini. 2 outs. A little high and outside, 2-2. Just a little low. Full count. That was same spot. Outside, ball 4. Casey gets a walk with Ellington up to bat, so 2 on. Base runners on the corner for St. John's. 2 outs. Ellington at bat. High fly. Penrod underneath it and makes the catch. So 2 left on for St. John's after 3 complete. 7-1 as Ellington flies out to Penrod. I believe as we start the top of the 4th here, we have the top of the lineup. Finch, Penrod, and Walker. Hour and a half time limit on these games. Casey Sinigini still pitching for St. John's for the Redskins. Finch line shot, but foul. Nice hard hit by Bryn, but foul down the third baseline. Strike two. Finch swings underneath that one. As always, Sinigini will probably be here with the rise ball. Try to get them swinging at a high pitch. Nope, a little pop. And catch by Nelson for the first out. And she's caught that pop up by Finch. Penrod up to bat, and then Walker on deck. Penrod bunts, but foul. Little flare to center field. It's going to fall in for a single as it hits in that triangle between short, second, and center field. Walker up to bat, one out. Penrod at first. Penrod hit a two-run home run last time she was at bat. Sorry, Walker hit a two-run home run. Walker squares the butt, pulls it back, and throw down, and safe. So Penrod at second after that, still 1-0 the count to Kelsey. Ball too low. Being careful with Kelsey, she's 2 for 2 and 6 for her last 6. Kelsey hits one up the middle by second base. Penrod will come in and score on the play. On the single by Walker. Ariola up. Carlos chased high pitches the last 2 times up. Got to lay off the high ones and hit the low ones. Down low, 1-0. Strike. 1-1. That was across the heart of the plate. 1 out, Walker at first. Line shot over center fielder's head. Be a ground rule double as it bounces over the fence. So Walker goes to second, Walker to third, Carla to second. Ryan Harmeal up, 1 out still. Zoe Hamlin in running for Carla at second base. Ryan up, 1 out, 2 on. Ryan fouls first pitch back. 0-1. Ryan, another foul ball back. 0-2. Ryan's got to protect now with 2 strikes. And a line drive is going to drop in. And a double for Ryan. She's going to try to stretch into 3 as left fielder picks it up and holds it for a few seconds. So triple for Ryan. 2 runs will score. 10-1. Ryan at third, still 1 out. Webster up, Autumn up to bat. Ryan at third. Autumn hits one hard but foul. It's all right. High ball 1-1. Foul back, Autumn to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High fly. Ryan should be able to tag up. And she goes on the tag up. She'll score easily on the throw. 11-1. That sacrifice fly by Autumn. 2 outs. We'll bank up. That base is empty now. Casey Sinigini still pitching for St. John's. Ruth fouls back. 0-1 to count. Ruth hits it in the gap between third and short for a single. Brings up Pebner with 2 outs. as she keeps the inning going. Elks have been able to score in 3 of the 4 innings so far. Skiss turns the bunt inside. She pulls it back for a ball. Ruth on to second on the wild pitch. Little loop over, yes, it goes over the head. Ruth comes around third. Ruth will score on the play. And I don't know why she went to, and having her slides in to third as Spolsford tried to get her and able to tag her. So one more run for the Elks, having her in the third. They left the base uncovered as they went after that ball. So 12-1, Taisley up. Taisley with the base hit over second base. Taisley on first. And Skylar will score. So 13-1 here in the 4th inning. Looks like we'll have a pitcher's change for St. John's. As Overson in to pitch. Levy Overson pitch for St. John's as she takes her warm-up throws.
Not giving anything. 18 for 24. Yes, we have 18 for 24. One moment.
$13-1 for Round Valley over St. John's here in the 4th inning. Finch up to bat, 2 outs with Newman on first. St. John's switched pitches with Overson pitching. Ball low in the dirt, gets by Nelson. On to second is Taisley. Down low again. Again gets by Nelson as 2 wild pitches in a row. Taisley moves up to third, 2 outs.
You got this, Libby.
Strike, swinging. Ball gets by catch, but not far enough.
Nice throw, Bella.
Newman back to third. 2 balls, 1 strike to Finch. The last couple of games, we've had 2 freshmen in the starting lineup as Ben Finch and Ryan Harmeal in the starting lineup for the Elks.
3 players roll pitching masks. They're not just 4 players. They're not just pitching masks.
Hit in the gap. Sinigini up with it, and Finch beats the throw. And she's going to be in a rundown. It's going to back and forth, and tags her out for the 3rd out. Run will score, though, so Newman in on the hit. Ball came right back to first baseman there. Bren tagged out. So 14-1 after 3.5. Heading into the bottom of the 4th. Carla's still pitching. Looks like everybody's the same.
Let's go, Skins!
All right, Overson up to bat as he took, I believe, Acosta's place in the lineup. Strike 1, outside part.
Here we go, Libby. You got this.
Line shot off of Penrod's glove for an error on Kelsey. So Overson's on the error. Brings up Richardson.
Here we go, Vanna.
Actually, Overson was batting for Pulsiver, I believe. Richardson up, fakes a bunt, going down, and ball a little short. Overson into second, 1-0. To E. Richardson. Ball a little low, 2-0.
Here we go, Vanna.
Outside, 3-0. Fly ball out to Ryan in left field. Ryan's in, makes the catch. Overson has to stay at second.
Here we go, Olivia.
Olivia Richardson up with one out. Overson at second. Turns a squeak, bunt.
Nice, ladies, nice.
Nice bunt by Richardson. Runners on first and third. There's no play.
Nice ball, Olivia!
Martin up. 2 on, 1 out. Bunt missed. Richardson down to second. No throw down, so 2 on, second and third for St. John's. Martin up. 0-1 the count, 1 out.
I also gotta go back to the
High fly. And catch made by Webster. No one advances, so now 2 outs, 2 on. Brings up Gabby Acosta.
Here we go, Gabby.
Strike. As that ball is down the middle. High, 1-1.
Nice, Gabby!
Just right at the top of the strike zone. Ball. A little high, 2-1. High fly. Finch over and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. After 4 complete, score remains 14-1 as St. John strands 2. Looking at time left, this will probably be the last inning as the score 14-1.
Let's go, Skins!
And about 13 minutes left on the clock.
You got this, fella.
Looks like we have Penrod, Walker, and Ariola up as the Elks start their top half of the 5th. Overson still pitching for St. John's. Score 14 for Round Valley, 1 for St. John's as we start the 5th inning here.
Let's go, Libby. Let's go, Bella. Let's go.
Ball inside. Kyler files that one back to the screen. 1-1. Little flare to third base. Third baseman in makes the catch as Penrod kind of had a half swing on that one as she tried to wait. Pops it up to third, one out. Walker up. Kelsey 3 for 3 on the day. Down low, ball one. Line shot in the center field, overhead and hits the fence. Walker in with a double on the play. As that was over Sundall's head to the base of the fence. Carl up to bat, one out, and right on deck. Line shot, foul past third. High, 1-1. High again, 2-1. High fly, but foul. 2-2. As that one was probably just a hair high as well. One out, Walker at second. Three and two. Ball four. Walker goes and safe. As Walker steals second, fakes to go back. Third baseman drops the ball. Walker dives in safe. Ariola walks to first, so runners on the corner. Zoe Hamlin will run for Carla. One out. Armio up. High. Zoe goes. And out. Out at home. Try to steal home. And Zoe goes to third on the play.
Good job, Bella.
So 2 outs now as Kelsey's thrown out at home, but Zoe's able to advance to third. 1-0 the count to Ryan. Chases the high one, foul. 1-1. Ball low. Nice stop by Nelson. Ball 2. Another nice stop by Nelson behind the plate for St. John's. 2-1. Overson pitching for St. John's. Harmio up to bat. Ball 3. Another. Ball 4. Okay. Sorry, I was wrong on that count. Runners on the corner, 2 outs. Webster up to bat. Inside. Harmio goes to second on the third, on the throw to third. So 2 runners in scoring position for Autumn. 1-0 count. Two and 0 as that one misses high. Time's up, so we'll finish the inning as I hear the buzzer go off. Ball 3 in the dirt. Autumn works the count 3-0. Autumn swings a low pitch, fouls it off. 3-1. High ball 4. Autumn will go to first. Bases loaded now. Ruth up to bat. Ruth comes up with bases loaded. Oliverson. Hot out there, especially for catchers in the catching uniform. And Nelson's been in that catcher's uniform for a long time today. So 2 outs. Ruth up bat, bases loaded for the Elks. Swinging a low one, strike 1. Ball hit her foot. Ruth goes to first. And Zoe will score. 15. Having her up to bat. Base is still loaded after that hit by pitch by Ruth as it bounces off her toe on a 1 hop. Strike 1.
Nice, Libby! Keep her right there! Keep her right there!
Yeah, no, they woke me up because I did that. You couldn't see? All of you did it?
Foul down the third base line. About gets Taze. 0-2. 15-1 for the Elks.
Oh.
One more, Libby! Jensen, you couldn't sleep. I was sleeping on a rolling bed.
You chose it.
No.
I called these.
Did it? No.
Down low.
And I didn't want to
Nice pickup by Nelson.
It was so disappointing. Yes, he likes Yes.
High. 2-2. Little hit foul down the third base line. Count remains squared at 2. Base remain loaded for the Elks. Here in the top of the 5th.
And then it had legs that was just running around. It was weird.
They would definitely
Ball low. 3-2. Two outs, 3-2. Runners will be going on the pitch. Hit down to third. Foul ball to third, just outside the line. We'll try it again.
Good snag, Gabby.
Another foul. So we'll try it one more time here. Full count, base loaded, 15-1 for Round Valley over St. John's, who we'll see on Wednesday at home. High fly, but foul as well. Out of play. Hebner just a little bit out in front of that one. Ball 4. Ryan will come in on the walk. Autumn to second. Autumn to third. Ruth to second. Newman up to bat. Paisley up, 2 out, bases loaded. Newman fouls it back. Make sure my screen looks okay as that hit right below the camera. High, 1-1. Overson's pitching in relief of Sin and Jenny here in the top of the 5th. Stacey swings at a high pitch, 1-2. Taze stays alive, fouling that one over the screen. Ball in the dirt. Autumn stays at third as that one gets by Nelson. So 2-2. Shot deep. Let's see if it's gone. It's close. And catch made about 2-3 feet short of the fence for the third out. Nice hit by Teasley, just not quite deep enough. So after 4.5, 16-1. And I'm sure this will be the last half inning as time is up. As an umpire just announces that. So 16-1, it looks like Ryan is going to be taking over as pitcher for the last half inning. And Finch will be catching. Looks like Cassidy and Elmer in right field. So Cassidy Elmer in right field, Brand Finch catching. Rest of the infield's pretty much the same. Let me see what happens here in just a minute. After everybody in left field gets off, who's playing left field for Ryan out there. Looks like Carla just by where she's standing, but don't know for sure. Everybody else is the same. As Newman's out and Elmer's in for her. Yes, Carla's in left field, Skylar in center, and Elmer in right. And the infield stays the same, other than Ryan and Carla switch places. Bottom of the fifth, 16-1 Round Valley. Nelson up to bat, Bell up to bat.
Go, Bella!
Nope, it's Lucy.
Lucy.
Go, Lucy!
Yep, Lucy. Sundahl sees the first one by strike. Knee-high fastball on the outside part. High over Finch's head. 1-1.
Here we go, Lucy.
Foul ball, 1-2 the count, as that's over the screen.
Go, Lucy!
Strike three, ball in the dirt, throw down, and in time for the out. As Finch able to pick up that ball in the dirt that was swung and missed by Sundahl. Throws it to first for the out. Brings up Bella Nelson.
Go, Bella!
Strike down the middle of the plate by Ryan. Good change of pace. Carla's a little slower and a few more pitches, and Ryan brings the heat. Little number to first, and laying out and catching that is Autumn. So 2 outs. Nice play by Autumn as she stretches out and gets that off the dirt. Casey Sinigini up to bat. Strike. 1. Little off-speed pitch there by Ryan. Outside. 1-1. Swing and strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Armeo up. Just a little bit high, 2-2. Casey in there trying to keep the game alive for St. John's. Foul off. Okay, Matt. Kate stays 2-2. Strike on the outside corner for the game. Elks win 16-1 over St. John's. Elks will be playing at 4, St. John's at 2, so St. John's will be playing in just a few minutes. Elks will have a couple-hour break before we're back in action. We will see you in a couple hours. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you Wednesday when we play St. John's again.